Riverside.
Oh, Mr. White, we are in sync tonight. Good morning, Mr. White.
Good morning, Mrs. Angel. How are you going?
Living the dream. I've got a bit more of a spring in my step. I appreciated the pep talk. It might also be that my skin has changed back to its original colour. And
looks very good, by the way. So does the hair.
Thank you.
Looking gorgeous over there.
Thank you. My hair's definitely grown, and I think I'm going to keep it for a while. It's kind of hit that point where now all of a sudden I think I'm nearly in a long hair range.
I don't think I've seen you
yours
with
is
hair
also.
that long.
Hey?
I don't think I've ever seen you with hair that long.
No, I don't think you have known me with this long hair. Yes, there you go. Anyway, let's talk about you and your locks. Also looking quite, always looking quite hairy as well, sir.
The headphones hide a fair bit of how far back those widow peaks go.
Here's the life of a teacher.
Yes.
It's that time of term. There's a lot going on, work and home. I know we've had a couple of listeners interested. Our YouTube watchers have been interested in your background, which has been regularly changing. It used to be in a lovely office, and then we had the big floods, the big white floods.
Yes.
That's the floods that hit the Whites.
White household,
anyway, yes, the White household. And then we've been recording out of your garage, and now you've kind of got a wall behind you. Where are we at?
Well, it's the saga continues, but I think we can see light at the end of the tunnel now. So yeah, in January, no less, we were flooded while we were away, and we came home to mouldy carpet and a couple of rooms and all that sort of thing. And the plaster in those rooms were no good. So we got people around and they fixed it all up, as in dried it all out. They cut the bottom 300 mil around the plaster in the couple of rooms, ripped all the carpet out, got rid of it all, and we've been living in half a house for a couple of months. And so I was relegated, a couple of episodes we did from the garage because it's the only place that sort of worked. But now I can't even be in the garage because everything there is covered in plastic. Because, drum roll please.
I actually have a drum roll.
Oh, yes. Good. Do it.
Here.
Yeah. I think we have some trades booked to come in and fix it. And they reckon it's about 6 days of work. And they reckon that, there's a rush being put on it. So one of the trades called, because it's all going through insurance, so we're not project managing, even though my wife sort of has to project manage. Anyway, they called my wife yesterday and said, I'm coming around to measure up some plaster for you. Apparently, we've been put a rush on this job. And my wife says, yeah, that would have been me. Yep, that's right. No, we want to get this done. Okay, cool.
Yep. I have put a rush on this job.
Hopefully, in a couple of episodes' time, I will be back in my comfy studio with my wonderful comfy chair and my lift up and down desk, which is awesome, and I miss it, my bookshelf and my piano and all the other stuff that I enjoy. And I'm going to have a garage back. And look, have you ever, I lived without a garage for the vast majority of my driving life. But I've got to say, having a garage is such a joy. Just everything about it is an absolute joy. Melbourne can get cold in the morning. You go outside, you jump in the car when it's in a garage. Fantastic. It's cool, but it's not cold. The windows are clear, you can see through. But when it's outside, the windows are frosted. You've got to wait for 5 minutes so you can drive safely. You've got to turn the AC up full, so unfog it. There's no bird poo on it, all this other stuff. So, and in summer, it's all
great points.
Hot. Oh, it's just I can't express how grateful I will be once I have my garage back to park the car in instead of housing all the crap that's usually in the 2 rooms that are out of order. So
and some mad people say all things happen for a reason. So I don't know what this reason was, but it sounds like you've got an appreciation for your beautiful home and it returning to its former glory.
Can't wait.
And have reminded us all of the glories of having an enclosed garage, because I think I've probably lost sight of that, and you're exactly right. It's
magic.
Yeah.
It is magic. Well, the problem is that half the house is out of order, but that's not the problem. I'm living in the other half of the house. that is also housing all the crap that was in the other half of the house. So I've got...
You've halved the size of your house and doubled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, half the stuff. I've still got that much stuff. I'm now housing it in half the space, and I'm trying to live in that space with 3 kids.
Oh my gosh! So it would only be fair if you just had 1.5 kids. If you got that much stuff, you've got to
yeah.
And then we've got to talk about which one are you going to let go for just 5 months is all it's going to be from January to May.
I don't know.
Actually, don't answer that. Don't answer that.
No, I won't.
We don't have favourites. Just like in the classroom, we supposedly don't have favourites. I actually told a kid today, one of my students who was a foundation student, I'm not going to name him because then people will know that sometimes we do have favourites, and he was having a bit of a difficult day today, and he's got a communication card that's, reminding him that he can do it, and, reminding him of the right behaviours, and he gets a lot of love from teachers on the communication card. And he showed me the communication card, and he hadn't had a very good morning, and he said, I can't do it. I can't go to reading. I'm done. I can't do it.
I'm done.
I was like, oh... But you love reading. Remember, you've talked to me all those times about how good of a reader you are now, and how much you struggled with it now that, you've got those big books. You love reading. He goes, oh, I do. I reckon you can do it. I don't reckon I can. No. So we went round and round in circles, and then we pointed at where on the sheet it was going to be ticked after he had this amazing reading lesson. And he goes, oh, I can't learn. I'm a terrible learner. No, you're not a terrible learner. I know this because I was your teacher. I saw how good of a learner you are. You can do this. You can do this. And so we went back and forward, and I was like, look, kiddo, look, we don't have favourites, but, and then he wasn't looking like, look at me. We don't have favourites, but. And the student has autism, so he still wasn't picking up what I was putting down. So usually people will say, I don't have favourites, but maybe you're one of mine.
Or I don't have favourites, but I do have a least favourite.
You're right. I'm glad I finished the sentence for him. Anyway, bless his little cotton socks. He finished the day out. He finished strong, so much so that he even forgot that we'd had that conversation earlier in the day when I was congratulating him at the end of the day. You did it. You finished the day. He was like, yeah. Like, of course I did. Okay. Well, that was 5 minutes of hard work I put in to keep you here for the day. So I love that you've let it go so much you've forgotten that it even happened. Yeah. Isn't it amazing how kids can actually nearly convince you? Like today, one of the kids, I walked past my office and he was standing a step inside my office and my blind was closed, and so I couldn't see him. And then I went into my office. I said, hey, mate, don't go into my office. He's like, I was never in your office. I was standing right here. Pointed 2 meters away. I'm like, no, you were just in there. And I came around and like, they're so good. They're so good. I had to look at one of the assistant teachers to go, was he in my office or was he not in my office? I'm confused. Yeah. Oh, teenager.
It is fun, though. We do, at the end of the day, I try and, when I can, stand outside the Year 7 lockers and say goodbye to everyone. I'm checking uniforms and all that sort of stuff as well. But really, I'm there just to put a cap on the end of the day, say, see you later. And I was talking to a couple of kids who are in my homeroom, and I said, how was your day? And they go, oh, it was a good day. It started off pretty slowly, but it got better after that. I go, oh, okay. Do you remember why it started off so slowly? No, I just sort of, enjoyed it more once the day kept going. I go, do you remember what you had in periods 1 and 2 this morning? And the look on their face when they realised that they had English with me and geography with me.
Also with you.
Yes. So the first 2 of the first 6 periods, so the first 2 periods of 6 were with me, and they've just told me that it started off pretty slowly, but it got better.
Well, it's not. Could only get better from there. I mean, we hit rock bottom those first 2 periods. Bless them.
No, but that moment of realisation when they realised what they were saying, it was priceless. It was priceless. Look at that.
Kids, they say the darndest things, don't they?
They do.
And we're signed up for it every day. Hey, we haven't spiraled upwards in a while.
Yes.
Do you want to do a bit of that?
Let's spiral up. So I was thinking, what is something, Mrs. Angel, that you do with your co-workers that helps you get through the day? Some sort of thing that you do regularly that is fun, or some sort of game you play, or a comment you make in or out of context, or, different people have different things. So is there something that you do with your work buddies that gets you through the day?
Well, I don't know. We don't do it. I don't do it super regularly. I definitely don't do it super regularly, but it's a bit of it's a fun little thing that we didn't think was going to be fun when it was put in. So we don't have bells at my school, and now we've got no bells.
I love it.
And because we've got on the one level, we've got juniors on one timetable, seniors on another, which is 15 minutes skewed. So the bells would make everything very confusing.
Yeah.
So we just, we're good with clear timetable of when it finishes. And then, but when we have to have a lockdown or an evacuation, there is an alarm. Now, we've now just recently had installed like a speaker. So I can be a voice in everybody's head, into every classroom and every,
the power.
Yeah. So I try to not abuse it, but sometimes the power does get to me. I'm not going to lie. And the other day, at the end of the day, so the problem with it though is that we're on level 3 and also level 1. So it also goes directly into our administration office, so where the parents are on level 1, as well as into all the classrooms on level 3. So if I have something to say through it, I'm saying it to everyone and everybody, the parents as well, in administration. So I can't use it too often. But anyway, the other day, there was some awesome teachers. They were still up on level 3. They were, I think they were antagonizing another one of our teachers who hates Cher, and they were singing a Cher song. And right now I can't even think what the Cher song was. But anyway, they were singing it, and then they kept on stopping, and then she was getting really annoyed. And so I obviously used my loudspeaker, and it was 4:02 at this stage. And so I flicked it on, and then I finished off the song, which obviously went into every nook and cranny in the entire school, including into the administration team's ear right on ground floor, which apparently there was 2 parents in the office still. They did find it amusing, thankfully, and then I received a stream of phone calls because I didn't realize quite how loud that voice in their ear is. So it was, but yeah. So
did it have auto-tune? Was it Do You Believe in Life After Love, or was it? It
was absolutely. Do you believe in life after love? That's exactly what it was. Yes. Yeah.
Oh, look, without auto-tune, that could be a bit dusty, I'd imagine.
I can assure you it was plenty dusty, but it was appreciated. Bit of fun. They do love it when we do a teach the parent night as well. I use that loudspeaker to give them a bit of Rydell High. Ting, 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 ting. Oh, that concludes our session. And could we please now move into the next sessions, which is
good. I'd be doing clean up on aisle 3. I'd be doing, can I get a price check on a can of Heinz baked beans? I'd be doing all those sorts of things.
Absolutely. And my perfect personal favourite would have been, Mr. Griffith, your mother has dropped off your spare pair of underpants. Please collect them from administration immediately, which is what we used to do at one of my previous schools back 20 years ago during class time, which is back in probably the good old days where kids weren't learning so much, and the teachers were just having a whole lot of fun on the sound system. Yeah.
Have you got any sound effects? Have you got any stings that you can use?
No, it's literally ding, 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 ding. Yeah, but they want me to get it. And then I have played like Eye of the Tiger through my phone, through it as well to get the kids pumped up over a few things just before cross country and stuff to get them ready.
Oh, that's great.
It's a bit of fun. All right. You tell me, what's something that you do to get through the day with your colleagues?
Well, we have in my office, I share an office with the other Year 7 tutors, and we have started playing Cluedo. So what we do is we write down our name on a piece of paper and put it into a hat, and then we write down a location within the school, put that into a separate hat, and then we write down a murder weapon and put that into a third hat, and then we draw from each hat. And so it might be I have to kill Miss Gilchrist in the quadrangle with a mobile phone. And what that means is she has to pick up or hold a mobile phone in the quadrangle, unbeknownst to her. And once I've achieved that, I say, you're dead, gotcha. And then I take her next murder victim. And so I now take her.
She hands over her three.
Oh. That's right. So it moves, it goes around. And we've had some good ones. We've had some good ones recently. There was a couple of good ones last week. I committed 2 murders in about half an hour, which was just, that's unheard of. Some of them are really, really hard.
That's in one lunch break. In one lunch break, you've wiped out half of your opposition.
Yeah. It was really, really, really clever of me, I thought, because I'm not really smart at this little thing. I'm not good at logistics and getting people to do things and that sort of stuff. So, yeah, I really enjoyed that. And I was, cock a hoop, I was flying high. I was really, really enjoying my time. And then we got a message from, what people started doing, is we've started wording up the kids and getting the students to help. And so there was a ripper a couple of weeks ago where a couple of students were worded up and they started yelling at each other and running. And they ran out of the Year 7 centre into the, quadrangle, outside. And they're arguing over a mobile phone. And we knew, knew that this teacher, who was their tutor, because there were 2 kids from the same tutor group. So he went outside to deal with that. And he put his hand out. Well, give me the phone then. And then they both just turned to him and said, "You're dead." So that's good fun. That's good fun. But I was got the other day. So as I was saying, I was cock a hoop. I'd committed 2 murders in half an hour. I'm absolutely flying. And then we got a message from the head of Year 7 saying, we're going to move the meeting tomorrow. We have a meeting once a week in the morning, and instead of it being in the Year 7 office, we're going to move it because there's going to be some performance or something in the Year 7 centre. So we're going to move it to the staff room. Cool. No worries. We'll have our meeting in the staff room before school. Fantastic. Then the night before, on our WhatsApp group, another member of the group says, I'm going to pick up some coffees on the way. Does anyone want one? Now, me being an idiot.
A coffee lover.
Yeah, of course. I'm a flat white. No worries. And so, not thinking anything, I rock along to this meeting that's now in the staff room that is usually not in the staff room. And I sit down and there is the teacher who's got bringing in this 6 coffees, puts them on the table. I go, oh, ripper, which one's mine? Pick it up. Fantastic. She looks at me and goes, you're dead.
You're dead.
So she had Mr. White in the staff room with a coffee.
Oh, it's good. Oh. It's good. That's good.
So that's
fun. I'd be killed every day if that was the case. Yeah. I'd be ruined.
There are different degrees of difficulty that you can play with, but it's good fun because you can mix it around a bit. And if you get other people on side, we've had lunches dropped off, and we've had the senior school secretary sort of ring people in the office, say, "Oh, so and so's mum has dropped off their lunch. Can you come pick it up?" When you go into the office and they're, you're dead, or it's keeps you on your toes. But look, one thing it has definitely done. The office
increased your paranoia?
The office is a bit prickly at the moment. There is some real sort of, walking on eggshells. And, someone's like today, someone's opened a bar of chocolate, block of chocolate left on the table. And everyone just looked at each other and goes, nah, not falling for that.
Nah, not doing it.
No. She's like, no, I swear it's not. No.
Yeah. Well, you'd say, well, pick it up then and let's take it into the men's toilet. Because if you've killed Mr. White with chocolate in the men's toilet, well, you know what? You deserve the win. You deserve that kill.
Yes, that's right. That's right. So that's a good one. That's a bit of fun that you can play in a small group. We're getting into it. It is good fun.
That's fun. That's great. And is there a wager? Is it just, or is it just,
it's just
supremacy?
Rights. But what's cool is supremacy. Other staff members are starting to cotton on to it. Some of them are already have been already utilised, and we've commandeered them and they've become accomplices. But as I said, that meeting was in the staff room the other morning, and and I'm laughing like tits. I'm absolutely pissing myself because that's funny, killing Mr. White in the staff room with a coffee. totally unbeknownst to me. And all these other staff members are going, what's going on? I want in on this.
Yeah, that's good.
So it's good fun.
I like this as a term 4, end of the year, kick it off at the day 1 of term 4, and yeah, let's see if we can keep it going right until as deep into the term as you possibly can.
Because once you kill someone, their target becomes yours. That person's now dead. They're not allowed to say anything other than, no, I'm dead. You're allowed to say you're dead. So we've got a death count. We've got a dead count. So we tick off people when they're dead. But I did this, I did it. My students in my house did it a few years ago, and it worked really well. So we've got 120 kids in a group, and every one of them has a name of someone else in the house. Every one of them has a location. You have to double up, of course, but that's okay. And every one of them has a murder weapon. And you sort of, it just goes. And they have a leaderboard on the house board. It was great fun. So you can do it over weeks. It's good fun.
Oh, I like it. I like it. That's fun. That is good. That is happening. That is going to definitely happen at my school. I love it.
Good, right up there for you.
I love it. Would love to hear other people's suggestions as well of what they're doing to keep things fun with their colleagues in their classrooms as well. You got a wisecrack? Of course.
What is Weekly Wisecracks? What do you got, Mr. White?
So
you've called it how this is going to play out. So let's see.
Okay. So no. We'll see how it goes. So this is a while ago. I went to an antique clock dealer because I had this clock that I needed a new battery for. And I couldn't get it open. I didn't know how to do all that. So I went in and I said, look, I need a battery. And he said, is it 4 o'clock? I said, I don't know. I don't know the time. That's why I'm here.
I got it. Is it 4 o'clock? Not 5 o'clock. Is it 4 o'clock?
Is it 4 o'clock? Yes, that's why I'm here. No, I don't know.
That's good. Well done, sir. I appreciate that. And you got my attention because for our listeners out there, what he said was, I've got one. I reckon you're going to have a blank look on your face. I'm going to have to say it again and emphasize certain words, and then you'll get it second time around.
To be fair, it's a 50-50 guess.
Harsh. So harsh.
Oh, a little bit harsh.
So harsh. All right. I want to tell you about, I was telling you about a man that I've found on TikTok who I love. He is hilarious. He's a teacher. He's Larry Lexicon on TikTok. Recommend all the teachers out there to have a listen. And I wanted to play you a TikTok that he's having some frustration right now that you shared about encouraging your students to be emailing using proper email etiquette when they are communicating with you. And I understand that that's a concern that you have at the moment.
It is. How often do you get an email from a student that doesn't have a subject or that just goes in, I'm going to hand in my assignment late, soz, or, lol, or sorry, Mr. Dubs, got on the Riz the other night. I don't know. Guys.
Mr. Lexicon, he gets it.
I'm getting pretty sick of it. Let me show you what I'm talking about because this is all just from this week alone. I've got this one right here with no body. All it has is a subject line that says, yo, my mom's mad at my grade. You should fix it. OMG. I don't even know what that means, okay? So whoever sent this and wants me to fix their grade, I know it was you. I'm probably not going to do it. What else we got? Move, please. Bruh. Can I move, please? Jackson, Lord, because it's a proper noun. Ewing next to me are from Connor. I don't even know what Ewing means, but Jackson, whatever that is, if you could stop doing it, I'd appreciate it. And Connor, just be a little more accepting, okay? Group project. Ben is the absolute worst, and I need you to please fail him. You don't need me to do that. He's doing it himself. Get him out of my group. I can't deal with him anymore. He doesn't do crap. If you were in a group with Hum, you wouldn't be able to stand him either. I am in a group with him. We're all in a group together. I know how annoying Ben can be. Sorry, Ben. Okay. Bro, I know I got like 10 missing assignments, but like I need an A. Lowercase I only have 30 minutes of screen time a day. I can't text Shoddy. Be a real one and help me. Peace out. Your favorite student. Subject line, Brew, please. I'm not even going to open these emails up anymore that have these subject lines. I don't even know what that means.
Fair enough. I wouldn't open them either. What's he doing? You can't tell your teacher, bruh. What are you doing?
It's so good. It goes on and on and on. He's fabulous. The kids thought it was hilarious, but he made his point in a very effective way, I felt.
We've got to go back. I had to teach my year 7s. Like, seriously, you put in a subject that is succinct and it's to the point, and you use capital letters. And then you have, Dear Mr. White. Or if you would like to be more casual, just go, Hi, Mr. White.
Not
cool.
Brah.
Not brah. Don't just jump into it. And I hate it even when you say, Dear Mr. White, I'm handing my essay later. No. I hope you're well today. I hope this email finds you well. You know, something like that. How's your day going? Something
How
like that.
are you?
Some nicety, because I know you're trying to butter me up because you wouldn't be emailing me unless you wanted something from me.
But particularly, maybe even if you're asking for something, maybe start with, Dear Mr. White, how's my favourite teacher doing?
Yes.
Question mark. Use the correct punctuation there, obviously.
Absolutely.
Yes.
My goodness, you look great today.
Yes.
I love that jumper on. You know, something like that.
Can we have more wisecracks? You're the funniest teacher I've ever had.
Stop it. Stop it. You can have whatever you want. But look, I'm an English teacher and students know that I'm going to correct anything that they give me. And that includes when they're just talking to me.
Yeah.
You know, me and Sarah are going to the shop. Who? Me and Sarah. Who? Sarah, she's in 9B. Me and Sarah. No, who?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he wants you to say Sarah and I.
Yes, he does.
Damn right I do. So, I agree. I share Larry Lexicon's
frustrations.
dislike of frustration about lowercase capital, lowercase.
It's a proper noun.
It's a proper noun.
If you're going to complain about Jackson's mewing, you need to at least make Jackson be a proper noun. He's a person. It's a person, place, or thing. Come on. Be better. It's all we ask.
Look, I understand that the students have registers that they speak in, and that's the point of learning English, so you can, but at least you'll be able to use those different registers for those different meanings. I don't command that much respect, clearly, but I want to have at least a Dear Mr. White at the start.
Yes.
That'd be nice. That'd be nice.
Wouldn't it? Wouldn't it? Is it too much to ask? For Mr. Larry Lexicon, it was. But he's addressed it now, so I'd love to know what the immediate turnaround was in his class. What I enjoyed in that particular video was the kid actually showing what mewing is. Obviously, we all know because we're all speaking the lingo.
Meow, it's like a cat, isn't it?
Meow. No, it's all about strengthening that jawline, chiseling that jawline. And so if they're mewing, they've got their tongue above the top of their head. Usually for a man who wants a chiseled jawline. And it's strengthening that jawline there and like really creating a defined line. Something like that, Mr. White. You're going to need to check out this YouTube clip if you want to see Mr. White having a small fit, just mewing there on. It's definitely not a spectator sport. It's an individual activity. And now I actually understand that Jackson was really annoying while he was mewing. And then also in the video, there's a kid with the hat with like the scrolling sign on his hat that says Riz.
Yeah. What's Riz? What
Riz? Come on, Mr. White, be better. It's charisma. Charisma is having Riz. Are you? Yeah.
I'm still rolling with the wiggity whack.
Oh, yeah, you are. That's not.
I've got. There's no point me even just trying with this current the lingo these days. I'm about 5 generations behind.
Yeah, and you know what? What's old is new. So you hang in there. When you've had your 40-year career, just in those last couple of years, it's all going to come back, and kids are going to be talking about the wiggity whack, and you're going to be cool again, Mr. White.
Rad. Awesome.
Yeah.
I go as far as totes.
Oh, totes.
Devo. Totes Devo. I've played that line. Soz. I've played that line before.
I love it. So good. All right, we're going to leave it there with the wiggity whack. You're welcome to use that in your classes. See what the kids think you've got a bit of riz if you are using terms such as wiggity whack. Mr. White's cool. So, be like Mr. White and see how that goes in your classes.
Yeah. Mum says I'm cool.
She does. And your mum is cool, so she knows what she's talking about. All right. Let's see everybody next week. So good to catch up with you, Mr. White. And see you next week.
You too, Mrs. Angel. See you, everyone.
Bye.